STS family. Welcome back to another episode of the AM STS Podcast. And I'm Jeremy B. Calhoun, here with...
Alton A.R. Cryer.
What's the R?
Alton Alonso Rodriguez Cryer.
Oh.
But that's like A. That's like
don't check.
R.
Hey, man, look. Don't spell
ARP?
check. I'm just Alfonso.
Okay.
I like saying it flow real well.
It flows.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
As I found out, side note, this is totally...
Lord, here we go.
I did find this out.
Okay.
Y'all, these are fun facts that you learn when you work with your best friend every day. I found out that you're like half Cuban. Like you got Cuban in your blood.
That's you know what? I think so.
No, I know this for sure. I told you.
How did you find that out?
His dad told me. He showed me the whole picture.
Yeah.
Told me the whole trace. He was like, I'm like, oh snap.
Yeah.
Cubano, you Cuban. You Cuban.
Okay. So what's real lineage go?
I have no idea.
I could probably guess, man.
Probably over there. Let me cross the water. Hey.
Africa.
Dog.
You know?
Dog, rough hair. My hell, yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah. I think we do that. I think the whole story was that our like great grandmother landed on the cryer plantation.
Yeah.
From Cuba, and that's how everything kind of You know what? Actually, when I found out about this story, bro, I was kind of angry a little bit, bro. Like,
he was mad.
Yeah, man. It was like, man, this last name came from. You know what I mean? Like, but at the same time, like, I think your dad used to say, like, whoever had this name, like, we gonna make it.
We're gonna make it great.
We're gonna make it great. You know what I'm saying? So I think I found some solid. Yeah, I found some peace about it. But initially, when I heard it, it was kind of disheartening.
Yeah.
You know, because now you know where your name came from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Versus there's an idea considering the past, but you don't really connect to it because you don't know it.
Yeah.
So once
now
you know, like, what was my name before, man? You know what I'm saying? I want that one. You know what I mean? But all things work together for the good of those that love, love the Lord. So
well, you build a choir legacy now, so now you get to redefine.
That's right.
It's gonna mean something much more to the people in Memphis and hopefully to the rest of the,
no question,
of the world.
No question.
But we gotta guess, bro.
We do, bro.
Who is this?
Man.
I'm Meghan Carpenter, a senior economics major, math minor at the University of Memphis.
Let's go,
Tigers,
man.
go. GTG.
GTG.
Go Tigers, go.
Bartlett. Okay, all right.
Not too much.
Goodness gracious.
Golly.
They graduated you?
Bartlett High School alumni.
Goodness gracious. Man,
what? Like, bro, this is a new me.
Don't take me back.
Yeah, like, I'm a senior, graduated.
Yeah. So how was it, man, going to Bartlett? Man, how was it growing up in, going to Bartlett High School?
I mean, I want to say, honestly, when I think back to like high school, I really just think about the track years. Like, that's why I connect to Bartlett High School.
Yeah.
I mean,
you ran track?
We gotta.
I went to state twice.
Yeah.
I know this is.
Well, he went part of the program, so you gotta transition.
I guess.
Yeah.
I ran track. Don't ask me what I ran. Don't ask me my time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Gender, you went to state.
Yeah. Went to state, straight up. Okay. She didn't say she won, said she went to state. So we gonna keep it there. Not too much.
That's it. Exactly.
Yes, ma'am.
High school was. I mean. It was like, Bartlett was like academically rigorous. I would say that. Like, it definitely was challenging at some points. I did take like higher like honors and like AP classes. Yeah. But it was all right. I mean, I really can't complain too much. The teachers were good. The people I met were good.
That's what's up. Yeah. That's what's up. Man, so if you don't mind me, so how did we get connected? How did STU get connected to STS?
Honestly, I think it was mostly like my dad.
Pops.
Yeah, it definitely was because I think it was more of like wanting to like prepare me for like to get into like a good college, like because for college applications you need like to show that you've done extracurricular activities. Yeah. And then I think like STS was just I don't know how he found out about it honestly, but I know that he did. Like he started taking me, and I guess like once he saw like how I was like developing, he brought my brother in and like just continued to like take me. I don't know. I guess it was just more of a, how can I prepare her for college or like the workforce or something.
That's what's up. Okay.
Yeah.
I think it was the Corbin.
Yeah, probably
Corbin was
too.
Our
board chair. Yep.
Shout out to Corbin.
Is he your cousin?
Yes.
For real?
Yes.
Your cousin?
Yes.
So I think it was the big cuz.
Yep.
And of course, cuz he was like, he the chair, he letting people know, and then you got involved, and we've been rocking with you ever since.
Yeah, it definitely was probably Corbin.
We like 8 years in.
Yeah.
I did the math. It was 8
Wow.
years.
Like 8 years in.
But I look at a lot of the videos, man. We was just that was a good time, like fun. I got one video. I was scanning the room, and you was like this. And I was like, "What are you doing, man?
Bro, get off me!"
Right.
No,
man.
the banner that y'all have, like for like outside of the sessions, it still has me from 9th grade with my hair straight, like before I cut my hair, and it's just like so crazy looking back at that banner.
Yeah.
It's like, dang, I don't even look like that anymore.
Yeah.
So man, we're gonna have a great conversation, y'all. Like, we're gonna talk. Man, we're gonna go back a little bit. All right, so we're gonna talk about your journey into STS Strive. Some moments that stood out. Talk about the decision to go to Memphis. How you got there? Because I know we took a different route. That brought you back. God just wanted you to be with us.
Come on, right? Come on back home.
Come back home. And then fast forward now, we want to talk about, where you are today and then what's next. Because you got some exciting things coming up next.
Yes.
And y'all, look, man gonna be cheesing this whole
What you said?
Like,
she said, I'm gone.
I'm so excited for this young lady. Like, man, you know what? Before we go there, I think it's very cool.
Yep.
We get a chance to see, man, these students go from teenagers
Come on, man.
to young adults.
Yeah, man.
Like, and that period is so critical for any young person.
Yeah.
Like I said, we were like going from, I feel like teenagers to young adults.
That's right.
But man, just to see the level of maturity, to see the stuff you gave them, they take the stuff you gave them, they put to the side, and they took pieces of it to make it their own. Yep. Just to really see them come into walk into their own. Yep. With confidence, with assurance, with the level of like, I may still have nerves, may still not know all the answers, but we got some sharp young professionals that we've seen grow. Yeah. And Meghan, I think you no exception to that. You definitely can come in and command the room. And I think that's awesome that you can come in and command the room, and then you gonna go back out. Like, don't put me on the spotlight, but after you led with her with Strive.
Yeah, man. Well, so I'll ask this shit, like, so what was the thought process like being in the session? So you got some students like, bro, like, why am I here on Saturday morning? So like. That wasn't you, of course. So, but what was but no, for real though, what was your thought process about being in Strive the Saturday mornings and with the coaches, with other students, like at the university? What was that for you initially? Because when your dad,
I have to tell them what Strive is, so the audience to know kind of what they're talking about, because we need you to put your child in it.
Straight up.
Right. But
yeah. So our Strive program is our high school program. It's primarily focused on teenagers, pretty much 13 to 18. We go as low as 7th grade all the way up to seniors in high school. And so it's our program. We meet once a month, and it's primarily focused on exposure to career opportunities, but also exposure to the opportunities that Memphis has to offer as well. Yep. So you get the career piece and you get the heart of Memphis and learning about Memphis, which is a gap that we got to really help our young people see, to help them kind of enjoy Memphis and want to stay here and make Memphis where they work, play, and live. And so that's our program. So you were part of that program, so what was your initial thoughts about being in the Strive program?
Honestly, like I want to say even from, because I started in like my 9th grade year of high school, and I want to say even from then, I was like already like such an ambitious person that like had like these dreams of like going far places. So like once I got there and like found out like I was gonna be developed like personally and professionally, like I was like excited. And then like especially like, I mean, being surrounded like by mentors that like were like Black professionals, which like my high school wasn't predominantly white. Like, I mean, it was, but like there was like still like a large Black population there, but I've never been like in a room like being taught like by Black professionals. So it was like kind of like, I don't know, I guess I was kind of like a little nerdy back then, where it's like, oh, like even though it's kind of school on the weekends, like it was still cool. And like honestly, like genuinely, like whenever I would go to the sessions and like I'm sitting in a college like lecture room and I'm looking out the windows like while we're being like taught a session, and like I'm on a college campus, like I honestly left every session feeling so ambitious, like so ready to like take on the goals and like apply the things that I was being taught. I don't know. I just felt, it was just kind of reassuring, I guess, that I could go do everything that I wanted to do.
That's dope.
I never thought about that.
Oh, but that's crazy. That's dope.
You know, that kind of makes sense because you're in the classroom that you would go, that you probably you in some of those rooms that you're probably in now.
Yeah.
You're learning a lesson. It may not be a college lesson, but you're learning a lesson on campus. And the only day different is the teacher or the subject. So it's almost like you got a chance to be a student without being a student. And that probably build comfortability, familiarity. And those things allow you to show up and not, because sometimes you get to a new space, you just so overwhelmed. You just looking around at the decor, the layout. But that probably allowed you, and I don't want to speak for you, but I can see how that setting can like, man, this is where I'm trying to go anyway. Like, and I'm here. Like, so that's dope.
It definitely made me like excited. Like when I was in high school, like whenever I go to STS, it definitely made me excited for college. Like just to be able to like progress my life, honestly. Like, I don't know. I was super nerdy back then. Cause you know, some people don't want to like do like, it wasn't school, but like I genuinely had fun when I was there. Honestly, I was like looking forward to it.
Yeah, and so I think what you captured was some students coming in like you came in excited to learn and be a part of it, right? And I think you caught on quickly that like, oh, this is the place, like, and you were able to catch on to more fun activities. You were able to be picked on from a leadership standpoint, and then some students come in like not being as ambitious, and we have to awaken that in them. Yeah. And then they catch it as well. Maybe their junior year or their junior year. And so you able to like catch it freshman year, which did you go to Chicago? Or was it Nashville?
I don't remember I can't remember if it was Chicago first. I think it was Atlanta first.
Okay. You went to Atlanta.
But I went to Chicago and Atlanta.
You did?
Yeah.
I went about trip. Yeah. Okay. So that's when shoot, man. I remember that group. I think it was Atlanta. It was Atlanta. Yeah. So, but now, man, so even how was it going out of town, like, for you as well? Going out of town, expense paid, Chicago, Atlanta. Yeah. Man, how was it?
Like, I was honestly thinking back and I was like, if I didn't do STS, like what other college tour would I have gone on other than University of Memphis? I didn't even go on a University of Memphis college tour. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I was going to apply to, we toured Spelman. I didn't get to tour Morehouse, obviously, but I got to tour Clark Atlanta too. Yeah. And these were like schools that were on my list. And like, I would have never gotten to like see that, because I've been to Atlanta before, but I've never like gone in a sense to like just to see where I could be in the future. I haven't I wasn't in that mindset when I had like been before. And so I think it was like really important. And I know like some other students that were on that trip, like it was their first time going on a plane. And I was like this is kind of, it's just opening, like giving new experiences to like us that we wouldn't have had before. I think it was really important. That summer too, I also did that job shadowing. Was it with All World? How do you remember that?
Hey, bro, look back at the picture.
Oh God, those pictures.
We should bring them out.
No,
we're gonna drop in the pictures.
My hair was not done in those pictures.
And she also she shadowed with Kayla Rodriguez.
Kayla Rodriguez of Sweet Bayou.
I did that.
You did.
I got a picture.
You did.
Wait.
I see it right there.
And what's funny is like those companies are major companies in Memphis. You know what I mean? Like, and so for you to see those companies early on and like in the magnitude of those companies early on, like that's a great opportunity. And so thinking about connecting with people, and that one thing that as we transition and kind of your end of like transitioning from high school to college, one thing that you want to be an economic major. Right. And so one thing at STS we do is we connect our students with the professionals they want to get in the industry with. And so you met with somebody, right? You met with somebody and tell us about the experience and who you met with and how it was as well. So,
One thing I will say is STS, like if you tell them you have like a dream or aspiration, they're gonna call somebody. They're gonna call somebody. They're gonna start working on it before you start working on it. Yeah. Because I don't even remember if that call was set up or if you had just called me one day like, hey, I got somebody important on the phone.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad you're on the phone call with me though, because like I didn't know how to navigate that.
For sure.
But no, I wanted to be an architecture major all up until 11th grade, where I was just like, this is not for me. And I hadn't even gotten to college yet. I'm switching my major. And so, and so then I was like, econ is cool. I like math. I like policy issues. Like I'll do econ. And so I told CS, I'm like, okay, I'll do econ. And then Alton calls this guy who's a senior vice president at the Memphis branch of the St. Louis Federal Reserve to like call me and tell me about what my future could look like in econ and how do I get there. I didn't even know that you can get a PhD in econ for free. Like I wasn't even that far into like my research on just the field.
Yeah.
But like if you had, I don't know where I would be without it, because like they know every single person like in Memphis. They have their contact, and it's like if they don't have somebody in STS that's already in your field, they know somebody that's in the field, and they're gonna connect you. Like that was so crazy. That was so crazy to me. I couldn't believe I was on the phone with him, and then it's just full circle.
Yeah. So Douglas Scarboro, man. Douglas Scarboro, man. Thank you so much, Douglas. We appreciate that,
Thank
man. And then he went to. Did he go to Howard as well?
I'm not
I think he went to a school in DC, and he was like, hey, if you go, and so we'll talk about that later. But yeah, shout out to Douglas Scarboro for the experience for you. And I think, man, when that exposure, that's why exposure is so important, man. And just having a conversation. Yeah. Like just to say, hey, if you need this, call me. Hey, this is the direction. And then so it's the full circle moment is gonna be it's dope. Just keep listening, y'all. And so as you transition, you end up going to what school?
I went to one semester at Howard. It was one semester.
Did you have fun, man? Did you enjoy yourself?
No, it was the pandemic. It was all on Zoom.
Oh yeah.
And I was all in my dorm. So I didn't. Yeah. All my classes were online. Like I only had to go in person, like take tests. But no, it wasn't everything I dreamed.
No parties?
No, I didn't. It was COVID. I didn't want to get sick. I was one of those people like I'm in my dorm. I did not want to get sick.
All the lights all
right.
I didn't even care if people were wearing masks, because they did have like a big like back to school party, and then everybody got sick. And I was like, see,
for real?
That's why I didn't go. I don't want to do it.
You back to your dorm. Exactly. You're trying to go back to the party. You back to your dorm. So you went to Howard. So tell us about your experience. Went to Howard for 1 year. Tell about your experience, like transitioning from Howard to Memphis, right? And the challenges that you had to face, and just how things you had to overcome to kind of get to University of Memphis.
Honestly, I think at Howard, like I had like a lot of imposter syndrome, honestly, because everybody there is so great. Everybody there is so talented. And I was just like, I don't know if I can like, really thrive here. And then I got to University of Memphis, and I didn't take any like econ classes in my major, like for that first semester I got back, but I was still doing good in like my gen ed classes. And then the next semester I started taking my econ classes, and I started doing really good. And then like the econ department kind of like welcomed me with open arms to like kind of like help me with my journey through econ. And so like honestly, I'm not sure where I would be at if I stayed at Howard, but like I'm really glad that I did like give University of Memphis a chance. The econ department made it really easy. STS made it really easy. Like socially wise, like it's hard to like, I want to say most friendships are made that first semester, like during like welcome weeks and stuff. And so that was kind of a really hard transition where like, well, not saying that I made like a lot of friends at Howard anyways, because I was in my dorm, but like it was kind of hard to like trying to find my group. When I came back to University of Memphis, I just ended up like just reconnecting with like friends from high school or like friends at my job at Starbucks now. But that was hard. But I want to say academically, like I did start thriving. I did like start, not saying that like the classes were easier at all, like not saying that, but like I just kind of found more confidence, like started to believe in myself and like thrived academically. So that was good.
That's good.
Yeah, that's dope, man. I think that's I want to talk to just the people real quick about, man, Memphis, because we took that same journey out to
bro.
Jackson State to Memphis, Belton to Memphis, Howard to Memphis. Like, students, man, give Memphis a try. Like, we know that your number one goal is to leave, but I feel like kind of how you feel, man. We transferred in the middle. We didn't really make the friends that you made in welcome week. Yeah. But I think when you come in that way, you come in a little more prepared. You come in a little more locked in, and you can truly focus on what you're there to do, which is get educated. And then you make friends along the way, right? So, but I want to encourage students, man, give man Memphis and some of these local schools in Memphis a try, right? You never know what's out there until you try it, and we definitely got some great educational institutions here in Memphis. But if you stay, you also get a chance to be in our collegiate program, so you got a chance to roll into elite. Like how was that? You had the high school program, which again, man, you left pumped every single weekend. Made some great friends. Had friends. We had friends that went to UT Knox, friends that went to Alabama A&M. Like you had friends that went out, friends that stayed here locally. But how was it now being able to rejoin your STS family?
And if you don't mind, what elite? You give what's
elite? Yeah, I told you. Yeah. So elite. It's okay. So Elite, STS Elite is our collegiate organization and program where we operate on the campus of the University of Memphis and Lemoyne. And our goal is very simple. The goal is to take students that are pursuing an undergraduate degree and get them prepared for their postgraduate opportunity. Ultimately, we want to get them into, make sure they got the soft skills, hard skills that are transferable, that helps them proactively get into their career. And the goal for us is to make sure they got a job or a postgraduate opportunity before they graduate. That's truly the goal. And we work, man, with several students. And we got some pretty good results, and I'm happy that Meg, decided to jump back in. We had some huge shoes to fill, with her being in Strive. So, for her to give you, I know she brought all that expectations, and we want to make sure we didn't, disappoint her. Especially here that you showed up every feeling that bitch. I'm like, golly. Hopefully we did all right. But how was your elite transition?
So, okay, I will say Elite and Strive, they're both like fun. But once I got to Elite, it got serious. It's serious. Okay, like we were doing professional development in high school, but it got to the serious professional development in Elite because it's like now it's like you need to get a job. You need to get a job because it's serious. There's no more time for playing games. I will say like Elite, it definitely like took me out of my comfort zone a lot, and I'm actually like so like looking back, like there was a lot of times where it's like I don't want to public speak. I don't want to do that. But I'm so thankful that like I did do that. Or like there were like certain times where I was on this, like the year I was on the Student Leadership Council where like a lot of times it would be like during stressful parts of the semester where I had to like complete some stuff, and it's like or then like even in like the mock interviews, like the on-spot mock interview that I didn't know I was having that day. Like it was just a lot of times where I was taken out of my comfort zone, but like I feel like I ended up with really good results because of it. It made it like easier to like face those problems in real life. And so I'm really thankful for that, honestly. Like at the time it was just like, I don't want to do this. But then it pays off. It like pays off. It actually like helps. So.
So I know you did Elite and then you did our senior experience. You just wrapped that up. How was that? And the senior experience
there you go. Good job, sir.
Is we work with collegiate seniors to help them transition into the workforce. So it's that smooth transition from being a college student to adulthood and learn several things, managing up, social currency versus performance currency. But we're truly getting them ready for that life, to life as an adult. And Megan, you got a chance to do that as well.
Yeah, I feel like Strive to Elite to like the senior program, like each one is like a step further, like a step like deeper into like the post like grad life. The senior program, honestly, I really, really loved it so much. Like even it was too short, honestly. I feel like it was too short. I wish it could have been longer. But like I think the stuff that the things that I learned there, like budgeting. I got we did the mock interviews. We got like a real offer letter and we like used it like through the whole entire program. And like, I learned a lot of different things about how I would function in a corporate life and like my weaknesses and like how I could work on those things and even just how to function like socially, like the social versus performance currency. That was so big to me. Like that session, it kind of made a lot of things click for me. And it just, I don't know, when I was doing these interviews, like that session really like, it clicked. It made everything work. I don't know. That was really good.
And I know we got out of time, but let's dive into. I want to dive into two things because I remember we had conversations about that. One, I ain't gonna tell you her budget.
Yeah.
We went over this budget.
Yeah.
The stuff,
expensive.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, the stuff, man, was.
Yeah.
And you had to be there. We ain't gonna put it out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like, we was like, man, for real. She like, yeah. Like she was. But I think it was a great experience.
Yeah.
So I love the budget session we had. But that social currency, I think, when we spoke, it was like, man, I know I'm gonna do good work-wise. But I gotta show them that I can socially and culturally fit in. And when you start going through your interviews, and we'll get to that next, but I think you really locked in on the social side. Like, let me show that side of me because I normally lean into me doing the task and doing a good job. Can you talk about that?
Yes. So honestly, if that one was a little bit, if that session was a little bit earlier before my first interview, I feel like I would have rocked it. But anywho, the social currency, the social versus performance currency. So like I can do good at the job, but like how well am I going to do with the other people at the job? How am I going to do socially? That's like a big component to your job. Like whether you get a promotion, like who you know, like how well like does your boss perceive you? How do other people perceive you like in the workplace? It was a big important part. And so for my interview, I did one interview, it was 30 minutes and I was like, because that I got all in my head. It's like you get the interview, you got the interview for a reason. And so then that imposter syndrome creeped in and my confidence was like shot. And I'm like, I did not do good on this interview. But then I had another interview for another location. And this one was 4 hours long.
4 hours?
Bruh.
Yes.
Goodness.
It didn't feel like that, honestly, because I remembered the social, this was like right after the social currency where it was like, you know, how, like, I just knew that my qualifications on paper were fine for the job. Now they're talking to me to see if I'm going to make a good fit at their workplace. So now I have to perform socially to make sure that I made a good fit. And so I turned that charisma on.
Come on, man. Right.
I had to. I had to.
That's a nice jacket you got on.
It was on Zoom, but I turned my charisma on. I made sure, and that mock interview session that we had was really good. It kind of prepared me like a lot. Just to make sure that I knew that I had all the experiences that I needed, like the situations, the STAR method, all that. But like once I locked in on like, just make them like you. You're a likable person. That's all you have to do. Like, yes, of course you have to be able to articulate your experiences well, make sure that you are answering the questions, but just do it in a likable way. Just make sure that you're going to fit into their company. And that's what I did. And like, it didn't even feel like 4 hours, like at that point, because they were giggling. They were laughing.
No doubt.
I was making them laugh. And they were like, oh, really? That research experience, that's so cool. I was like, thanks. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Yeah, I don't know. I think I rocked that. I think like that session, like, that was really good. It was at the perfect time.
This was up.
Man, I'm over here. I feel like a proud big brother. Like, but man, like, there's no doubt that when Alton and I met you, the level of growth is tremendous. Right? And I think one of the things that people miss is that they think just because maybe you come from a single parent household or a dual parent household, or just because you grow up in a certain zip code or you go to a certain school, that dictates the level of skills and tools that you have in your toolkit. We saw that even going to Bartlett, you still have some tools that need to be refined, some tools that need to be added. And once you got equipped with it, the sky's the limit for you. And even for you say like, hey, I had to turn it on. I had to turn that charisma on. Like, that is a big part of what companies say they need. They want to see those soft skills take over because they can teach you the hard stuff. Can you turn on those soft skills and show us that you are a good fit culturally So congratulations to you, man. That is awesome. And but that interview, let's talk because we got to get ready to wrap it up. But let's talk about what happened after that 4-hour interview. And there was so many people that applied. Like, what happened? What happened after that?
Man, they got back to me 3 days later. They couldn't handle me getting no other offer. Okay, let me humble.
You talked about that.
They called me 3 days later. I'm driving to work actually, and they called me and hey, I hope I have good news. I hope this is good news. I was like, really? And then she told me I got the offer. It was really crazy. I went to go tell my professors and they almost cried because it's like it's like one of the top like RA positions for like econ majors. Really it was like 600 applicants. I was just like, there's no way. And then they're still hiring in the spring. It was like, honestly, I was like shocked. I was speechless. She was like, do you have any questions? And I was like, I couldn't even think straight. It was great.
But you put the work in though, right? And I think in the midst of like the person and the opportunity is you need an advocate. And I think that what it showed is that one, you need an advocate to kind of show you, refine the tools, but somebody to say, hey, you got it. You know what I mean? Give you some of the tools you need, but also encourage you at the same time. And I think that just shows the full picture of what our young people really need. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, you earned it, right? Having a transfer from, Memphis, from Washington to Memphis and having to go through that. Because you easily could have, you know what? I'm done with college. You know what I mean? I'm done with school, right? You could have easily just said, I'm at University of Memphis. I'm just going to coast in, right? But you kept that ambition and stayed plugged in. And so, man, I commend you, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I think you will inspire a lot of young people to do their best and achieve what they want to achieve as well. And I think that like the sky's the limit, man. The sky's the limit, man. And so for you, what is something that you're working on as you go into this new phase, new season? What's something that you're working on to make sure that you continuously grow? Because one of our E's is elevate. You know what I'm saying? So once you get the entry, you got to elevate. You know what I mean? So what's your next season? Like, okay, this is what I'm working on next. What are you working on next?
So like the position is like an RA position, like a research assistant position. You're just working under an economist, and then it's basically a pre-doc before you go to like a PhD program.
Oh, wow.
So I'm really just trying to make sure I build up like my programming skills. I think next semester I might do an independent study just to like help my grad school applicant. Like, see, that's the thing. Like people are like, why are you doing an independent study? You already have like your research assistant job. But it's like, I need to be competitive. My ambition kind of just doesn't stop because like, I'm like, okay, well, I still am going to have to apply for grad school. I still want to like up my competition level. But like also there's an econ club at my school. And I've been trying to get these students to like basically kind of like follow like the same track that I've been doing. Cause I'm trying to be competitive amongst the people that are applying to like the PhD programs I'm applying to. But like, I feel like y'all said, Memphis has so much opportunity that people are just not tapping into. And I feel like that there's opportunity for them to tap into. So I don't know. I'm trying to spread the word about like opportunities in like econ for like my peers. But like I'm also trying to make sure that I'm the best applicant for peers.
And talk about some of those schools. I know we over time, we almost over time, but talk about those schools. Because just some big schools. Yo, you told me them schools that you can apply to is going to position you to. I'm like, oh, man. This is going to be different.
Talk.
Well, I went to the summer program, which is really good which really helps applications like American Economics Association summer program. Hopefully after the RA program, I don't know.
Speaking.
Okay,
I'm going to be recorded so you can revert back to it. I said it online. You guys put it out there.
Okay. I'm thinking maybe like UC Berkeley. That's like it's like a top 20 school, but like, maybe if I work hard enough, UC Berkeley, maybe like Georgetown, Columbia. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
Let's go.
Yeah, but those are the places that I am kind of looking at. Maybe, I don't know about that. I don't know. I'll just apply and whoever gives me money.
So I know we gotta.
I want to make sure she get all her flowers.
Yeah.
The place that she's headed, one, it's hard to get a job graduating with an economics degree. Yep. Most of the time, grad school is the route. You're blessed and fortunate that you get a chance to go and work. We're not gonna say where yet unless you're ready to say it, but you're gonna have to go somewhere to go do this role. It's paid. You're gonna be paid good. You go get a relocation bonus. You get all the things that we talk about, that we preach. Say, hey, this is what's possible. Yeah. You get a chance to do that, and you get a chance to now be able to go to those Ivy League and top institutions where you can go get your PhD, and that changes your financial trajectory for the rest of your life. Yep. Getting a degree from University of Michigan, a PhD from Cal Berkeley, from Columbia, from Georgetown. Meghan's life as she knew it would never be the same.
That's facts.
And I just want to congratulate you again, because I remember what you did over the summer. We didn't talk about it, but you took a sacrifice over the summer, and you put the work in. Like I said, it helped lead to the role, but man, you did it. And the good thing about STS that we really got, I want to wrap up with this, and this will probably be the last thing I'll say until we end, is that you're capable. Man, you have all the capabilities. And as I just said, you need to advocate, but your willingness to be uncomfortable allowed you to get comfortable. And I just commend you when it's easy to be comfortable. Yep. It's easy to not be stretched. It's easy to be status quo sometimes when the environment is status quo. But like you said, you're ambitious. You pushing yourself past what people are even saying you need to do to get where you're trying to go. Yep. And I want to commend you as a sister, a friend, and as a supporter, a cheerleader for Meg as she goes forward. You have no idea what the future holds, but I know it's going to be bright. And I want you to just keep being a light and let other, like you're doing what you're doing now, letting people know you can do it too. Yeah. Because they definitely need to see more Megans in this space that you're headed to. So, especially as a Black woman, that's gonna be key. Yeah. And super excited for you, proud of you. Yeah. And I'll pass it back over to y'all, but I definitely wanted to say that because this wasn't no easy feat.
Facts.
This was tough. The odds were definitely against them.
No question. So our last point, man. I want you to share what would you tell the young person that's coming from high school, going to the next season of life? What words of advice you give them as they I say in high school, you know what I'm saying? And then as they enter into the post-secondary, next phase. So speak to that high school student that's there now, 9th and 12th grade, you know what I mean? 9th through 12th. And then speak to that person is about to transition into college and try to for that job opportunity.
I think if I was back in high school, the biggest thing I would tell myself is just to don't ever limit yourself. Honestly, you're so young, you have so much more growing to do. You have so much more developing to do. If there's a dream that you have and it just seems you're in high school, it seems so unattainable now. Do not let that stop you. Do not let imposter syndrome is literally all in your head. Do not let any of that stop you. You genuinely have to go get it. You have to tap into opportunities. You have to make yourself marketable. You have to, I say that's really important to just hold on to your dreams. Don't grasp, don't let it out of your grasp, basically. Transitioning to college, I think it's really important. Like I said, to tap into those opportunities. Your dreams are not going to happen unless you work for them. It's not really going to fall into your lap. Maybe if you're super rich, but if you're not super rich, it's not going to fall into your lap. You kind of have to go after it. And I wouldn't let a bad test grade stop you. I wouldn't let anybody else's opinions stop you from going to obtain your dreams, honestly.
That's good. That's good, girl. That's good, man. So thank you so much, Meg.
Thank you.
Young Meg, man. Hey, we appreciate you, girl. Yeah. Man, we're so excited for this next season, next phase and stage. We're here for you. We're here with you. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so this is our podcast, y'all. This has been a beautiful one. This has been a great one. But we can't end without doing the creed. Yeah. Meg, you know the creed?
Before we do the creed.
Okay.
We done got so caught. We got to shout out our sponsor.
Oh man, sorry about the Uncle Mark.
We got caught up. We got caught up in the success.
Yeah.
Man, but y'all, shout out to our sponsor.
Yes.
Man, the one and only V2 Media. Man, you see the clarity. You see, man, the consistency. Man, their team is second to none.
Yeah.
And we definitely want to encourage you guys. Anything you want to do creative-wise, content-wise, media-wise, there's only one place in Memphis to go. And that's V2 Media. So, again, thank you to them, our sponsors. Uncle Mark, what's going on?
Appreciate you, Uncle Mark. I tried to do I couldn't get it together. V2 Media. Yeah, try to. All right, so me, you gonna do the creed?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Right.
What we come to do?
Compete.
How we rocking?
With excellence.
I'm a boss.
I got more to earn.
I am a student.
I got more to learn.
I am a leader.
I got more to change.
How we winning?
On purpose.
Hey.
Peace.
Yeah.